Like the style? It looks good, doesn't it?
Is this a race car? Yes.
Hi guys, it's my weekend, and I would just love to finish this thing, but you know what? My PCV valve has not made it yet, and that is just super. You know what else is super? Super clean cleaning products. Oh, fuck! Nailed it! Nailed the transition! Holy shit! You like the style? It looks good, doesn't it? Might go to the yard like this. Huh? I was excited when they reached out to me about this stuff. The only reason being is because I've used this stuff for years. In high school, me and my buddies used to ride dirt bikes all the time. This is what I used to clean my dirt bike with. Any dirt, grease, anything that gets on it, this would take it off. You would spray it on there and just spray it with a cold hose and it would come off. It is very strong. I recommend diluting it. It works best with cold water. Don't let it dry on any surface. Make sure that you rinse it thoroughly. As you see on this bottle, since it leaked a little bit there, that's kind of what will happen on your car if you leave it dry on there. I've not used all their products. I've only ever used the regular Super Clean. They sent me a wide variety of cleaners, degreasers. I've never used their aerosol. I've never used their wheel cleaner. I think in this video we're going to try the wheel cleaner on those Malibu rims that are all marked up. We're going to see how clean, because the ones that I didn't clean, I want to see how it works on those. Excited for this floor absorbent. I didn't know that they made this stuff, so I would definitely use this in the shop. And as I use these in the shop, I will do a short review on them in the next coming videos as I use the products. So big shout out to Super Clean, and thanks for sending me these products. I know they work. That's why I'm excited to use them, because it's good stuff. Also got to add, that shirt that they sent me, that thing is really soft. It's almost just as soft as my Teespring merch. Can't stop, won't stop. Man, I'll plug it left and right here. Get yourself a dip, a dip shirt. Get yourself a dip shirt or a beanie. These are on my Teespring page. Go over and check that out. So anyways, like I was saying before I stopped for advertisements, I don't have parts for the Subaru, so I can't do anything to this. It's still on my lift. The Malibu's outside. It's supposed to be warm tomorrow, so I might do some body work outside tomorrow, like good old times. What I'm doing today is I'm going to go to the auction and go look around. We're going to do another walk around video. Hope you guys are excited. I like going to the auction. It's fun. It's like going to the grocery store and looking at stuff that you can't afford. So I'm here. This is probably going to be the last walk around for a little bit. This is right before Christmas, like several weeks actually before Christmas. I know you guys are watching this after Christmas. The governor of the state is putting higher restrictions on starting tomorrow, so they probably are going to close it down to local or to you know, open walk-arounds and stuff like that like they did before. My buddy did not have a chance to come, and there's 3 cars he wanted to look at. I'm going to look them over for him. So we're going to go over those plus anything else I see that looks interesting. So let's go inside. Well, first, we got to put our safety gear on, and then we're going to go inside. Oh, this poor Corvette. It's so beautiful. And it's also so expensive. This Corvette is already over $30,000 right now before the auction starts. So I'm not even gonna like start it or anything. I don't want to do anything to it. Now this is a Focus ST. My buddy already looked at this, and it sold the other week, and now it's back again. So I don't know if this is a smart choice for him, but he already looked at this one, so, and it's completely dead. So I'm not going to start this one. I might have to go get a jumper pack off the guys, because I'm pretty sure that all these cars being froze over. One of these cars I need to start is not going to start. Now this is one my buddy wanted to look at. If you've been watching Tavares, he just did one of these, and this one is really cheap right now. It's kind of sketch. There's the hood latch. There's no oil cap. I've never seen this setup before. But it has power. It has good tires. And it's a project, but I think he can do it. I want to see if it starts and how it sounds. So, hopefully. And one big thing on this is, on the listing, it's listed as an automatic, and it is not an automatic. So that's what he wanted. So let's see. It's not detecting the key. I don't know. I don't think it has enough power. So let me go get the jump pack. All right, we're gonna see if a jump box makes a difference. I got the jumper on. Oh yeah, it does. Actually, turn this off. It moves. Yeah, that actually sounds decent. No exhaust. needs a cap. If I put my hand on there, the idle goes down. Yeah, not bad. So I just went over it and I sent my buddy some videos and stuff, and honestly, like, I told him, I said, you can do all this stuff. It needs a good bit. The muffler's missing, it needs an oil cap. I mean, I'm stating small stuff, but the interior needs a lot. Back here, they had a dog or something. There's dog prints all over it. Right there is ripped out for whatever reason. It needs a whole new shifter assembly because it's busted off. It needs some stuff. It does, but I mean, everything on this, it still seems like a solid car. So I sent him videos. He seems to be interested, but this is just one of them. So let's keep moving. This one's for you, Sean. This is a newer Mazda 3. It is a stick shift, 6-speed. I wanted to see one of these things because I really do like these new Mazdas. I'll tell you what, the seats are comfy. Keyless entry. Battery, not so much. Nope. I'll come back to this one. I got to go look at the ones my buddy was looking at first. Oh, man, the shifters are nice and notchy in this. A little clunky, like the free play in it, but this does have 117,000 miles on it. The armrest seems to be broken. Yeah. So it looks like these aren't aging very well, but it's a nice looking little car. So we'll come back to this one. Let's shut it off for now. This is a 2010 Volkswagen CC Sport. It is a 6-speed manual. It's a 2-liter turbo. I did one of these on my channel, if you go way back. It's very nice inside. This is the same way mine was. The leather tore a little bit right here, cracked. But all in all, this thing's actually really nice. It has higher miles, 150-some thousand miles. My buddy was kind of scared of that, but it's actually really nice. And I can't get the hood open because of the damage, but it didn't hit the radiator, so I think we're all okay up there with that. And I mean, the thing fired right up. It's actually really, really nice. Okay, so since my buddy's interested in this one, and I just checked the clutch and it felt good, the temperature light was flashing, and since I can't get the hood open to see if there's any broken hoses or anything, I just shut it off. I didn't want to let it run too long because you don't know what's going on there. The hood is still attached to a piece that's attached to the front, and it just will not open. So, and it's bent in right on the latch that releases it, so you can't release it. But yeah, I've done one of these and they're actually not too bad.
Is this a race car? Is this a race car? Yes. Oh my lord, would you look at that?
So much race car inspiration here. We got weight reduction. We got vents, louvers, whatever. Oh man, do you see the performance? Alright, so I'm going to get out of the totaled lot here. And I'm going to go back up and look at some of them cars that I looked at all the ones my buddy wanted to look at. So I'm going to go look at some of the cars that I just wanted to look at. I'm back at the Mazda, Sean, making you proud. Motors on these sound kind of crappy anyways. Direct injection, whatever. It's clutch is very smooth. Engagement's easy. Well, I like their little digital, it's a digital tack. That's nice. I like that. I like the radio. It looks very nice. Very responsive too on top of that. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, this thing's actually really nice. Now, given the armrest being broken, that sucks. It's probably something you could remedy. It has to do with the hinge back here. E-brake feels good. Everything in here is actually really nice. And I mean, for a nice little commuter car, it's nice. Now this one, you'd have to get a decent price on it because you got a really good quarter panel damage here. The bumper, you might be able to save that bumper. It needs popped back out and it's going to need painted. Tail light is still in one piece. Quarter panel, you might be able to save that. I don't know. But it closes the gap on the back door here. It's pretty tight. So on top of that, front end damage, headlight, front bumper needs repainted, grill's broken. You could probably live with that. You got to put a headlight in it, but yeah, not the best sounding motor, but still, it's a nice little economy car. That's basically what all that I have to say about it. It's very nice, very clean inside. Looks like it was decently taken care of. If I was to bid on something this week, this would have been it right here. This thing is freaking clean. Somebody took care of it. This really reminds me of the GS300 I had on the interior, but nicer. Like, it's in even better condition. Right here, this is bent in, and that's where your major damage is at. And that's it. You could put your new bar in there and then hook something to it and pull this back out after you bolt a new bar on there, just to get it back out straight. But yeah, this thing is freaking clean. Good tires, no rust. Body is in really good shape. Now I just seen this. There's a dent right here. This almost looks like this was repainted. I can tell right here. You can see a little bit of orange peel. But this thing's really nice. Really nice. Motor's quiet. Fired right up. I didn't even need a jumper. Man, this is a nice car. And that V8, that Lexus V8 is so smooth. It's so quiet. Man, this is a nice car. I really like this. I don't like that they put all the parts in the car. They do that, but it's still, this thing's freaking, I like it a lot. Yeah.
Oh man, the Nissan burger's missing.
So this Nissan Frontier is a runner and a driver. 205,000 miles on it. It's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know where the price is at on this one. It stinks inside. More wear than that other one I looked at. It was the stick shift, and this one's an auto. It's got power though. So I'm gonna do like anybody would and just start it up. We're gonna turn the wipers off. Motor's healthy, sounds good. Windshield's busted. You can't see that under the frost, but I can see it now. Pretty dirty. Man, I mean, these things, they're good trucks. Very rusty on the bed. Very rusty. Rusty bumper. I want to see what the frame rail looks like on this one. Yeah, the frame rail looks really good on this one as well, just like that other one I looked at. It's just the body that's rusty. It's crazy. So, I'm not going to let this thing run very long, but right there's a cooler smashed back into the radiator. Sounds pretty like there's something in there rubbing, so we're going to shut her down. I ain't going to let her run very long, but it's nice to see. These trucks just, they last. I like them. Last but not least, I know you guys were MFing me because I didn't start the Corvette. I kind of want to hear it run. I know I'm not buying it, but let's go look at it. I have never sat in an old Corvette like this. How do you adjust the steering?
Can you adjust it?
All right, so the steering's not adjustable. That's just where it is in my legs. I just got them in underneath this big ass steering wheel, but very tight in here. Oh, I'm just curious. No jumper pack or nothing. If this thing will fire off. Might not have the, oh, there's two different keys here. One's probably for the doors and one's for the ignition. Yes. Okay, it's making a little bit of noise. So, honestly, I don't know much about these, so you're gonna have to forgive me for not knowing, but I don't know what the choke is, if there is a choke. I'm gonna try to start it. The battery is tucked in the fender back in here. Getting the positive terminal one back in there is a chore. I believe I got it. Okay. I'm gonna give her a couple pumps.
That's what she said. Don't you dare.
After I squeeze my leg in here. Man, I don't fit. These are for little people. So, I'm gonna pump the throttle a couple times. And then might just be too cold for her. I don't want to go too crazy on this. Try one more time, and then we're just gonna call it quits. This is door handles. I had to rev it to let the idle come down a little bit. Good oil pressure. Temperature is, this thing's cold. It's very cold. So this thing is freaking awesome. I've never sat in one of these before. Like seriously, like I have goosebumps right now sitting in this. This thing's awesome. It's like you don't see these too often, and when you do see them, they're extremely nice, and you're not going to sit in it. That's for dang sure. This thing is very nice. The rear axle is knocked out of place. Fiberglass damage the whole way down the passenger side, but I can't afford something like this. If I was a big YouTuber, this is something I would go for, but I'm not. So there we go. Idle's coming back down a little bit now. It's got aftermarket speakers down here. Somebody put in. It's tight in here. I'm not gonna mess with the clutch. I'm not gonna put it in gear, see if it moves or anything like that. I'm gonna respect whoever is buying this thing or bidding on this thing, since it's going for top dollar. But I'm just gonna let it warm up real quick, so I don't shut it off cold and, you know, flood the engine or anything like that. Let her warm up enough. Took the jump pack off. Well, it's time to end the dreams. Well, that was awesome, but yeah. Oh, I'm done dreaming, and by the time I can afford something like that, they're gonna be 10 times more money. But that thing was freaking nice. It needed some work, but man, I couldn't even imagine wanting something like that. I'd be so happy. I am happy to say that my package is arriving early for the WRX. So I am not going to be working outside. I'm going to have it back together next video. We're going to get to test the new coilovers. We're going to get to an instructional video on how to install the PCV valve on an 08 WRX, since it must be different than all the other ones. So anyways, I'm going to throw this gold PCV valve inside the engine. And then we're going to take her out for a rip ski and hopefully get no tickets. We're going to have to go to Mexico. I'd rather go to Mexico. But that was just a little walk around. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I always enjoy walking around, even if I'm not bidding on anything. If I was to bid on something, it would have been that LC400, because that thing was freaking nice. It was very nice. Now the bid on that currently is at like 1,800, which I feel is a little high on that, but as nice a condition as that's in, I think it was still worth it. Oh, TC Bros! TC Bros! I just watched the live auction and my buddy won the BMW. He got it for $950, which was the final bid, but then after fees and stuff, I'm guessing, I didn't ask him what his final price was. 12 to 1,300 is my guess. I'm thinking 13, actually probably 13 to 1,400. To be safe is what he's paying for. I don't think he did bad. It needs a lot of small stuff, but I told him, I said, just order yourself an oil cap. You know you need one. And the clutch felt good. The motor sounded good. And it's going to need an exhaust pipe, but I'm sure he'd want an exhaust on it anyways. He just wanted a fun car. That was a stick shift. And I believe that was all-wheel drive. It's all-wheel drive and a stick shift. So that'll be a fun car. And those 530s are actually really reliable compared to some of the higher horsepower models. Like, if you watched Tavares' video, he's pretty much dead on. The higher horsepower engines are not near as reliable as the regular cars that they produce. So that 3-liter in that car is a good engine, and with a little bit of maintenance, he's gonna have a nice, fun car to run around. So just as promised, I'm going to use the Super Clean wheel cleaner, and what they tell you to do is to rinse your wheels with cold water first, spray this on from 6 inches away, leave it on for 30 seconds to let it foam, and then spray it off, and then wipe dry with a soft cloth. If they're extremely dirty, it tells you to agitate with a brush. We're going to see how good it does without a brush. I'm just going to spray this wheel down, and then we'll spray it off after 30 seconds. This wheel, I have already kind of scrubbed it with a brush and used purple power on it and everything, and this is how it turned out. So I don't expect this one to get much cleaner, but we're going to try it. This one has not been touched yet. As you can see, the grime and all the corners, the clear coat's coming off. It's got corrosion, so it's not going to turn out perfect. I tried to get most of the silicone off. There's still some on it, as you can see, but we need to spray this down first and then spray it with the cleaner. So as I expected, this is a pretty extreme example of the fact, since it had a cover glued on, and that is just baked on brake dust and grime and stuff that has been on there for years. And also, like I said, that's clear coat and corrosion in a lot of spots, and you could see some of that clear coat was actually coming off as I was spraying it after I sprayed that stuff on there. So I'm going to go a little bit further on this. I'm going to get a brush, and I'm going to brush and use the cleaner and brush it on there and see how it turns out. And like I said, this isn't going to be perfect because of all that corrosion and stuff, but it did take pretty much all of the road grime off. This is still like silicone peeling. That's foam, actually. It's dirty foam. It's not fault to this product. It's fault to Chevy for doing this stupid crap. But I know their products work. I've used them in the past, like I said, on my dirt bike all the time. It's not something that you want to use to wash your car. This is something you want to do. You want to use to like degrease your engine, like clean grease and stuff off of it, or anything grimy like these wheels, for example. Now, I've never used the wheel cleaner. Normally I would have just used the regular Super Clean for the wheels, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And well, no wonder this Subaru kit, this PCV valve kit, is $100. They hook you up all the OEM parts, brand new, in the bag, all Subaru, and this is why. This tube right here was hard and cracked, and there was no saving it, And this is what I needed. This is everything that I needed. This valve is totally different. Yeah, this is great. Let me throw this together and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. And so this is what it should look like. The one I got had a straight tube on here. These ports were different. This white piece was on the end of a hose off of the end, which this was a different direction. On mine, there's a plug that plugs in here. This plugs into it and holds this hose together. And then the PCV valve has this little short hose on it. The one they gave me has a long hose on it. So it was like this with that white piece on the end of this. Totally different than that one. But we're going to do that on the next episode. So if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Consider subscribing. Smash that dislike button if you're going to donate me a nice 58 Corvette. And we'll see you on the next episode of Unwrapped. And I would, like right now, I would like do the door smashy thingy, but like my buddy's coming to pick up my old bed. So like I got stuff, so like I'm gonna do it a different way. Like, of course, Stewie is living the lifestyle with this expensive Sleep Number bed. Just loving it, aren't you? What's your perfect sleep number? Huh? Say it's Mommy's number 20 since you're laying on her side. Stella's more of a rebel and she doesn't want to sleep on a bed. She said, "I'll take the floor, thank you."
This episode, tell them.